I'm Sarah the gardener, and it's summer, although it doesn't really feel like it today. It's grey, it's windy, the boffin said it's going to rain. You should have been here a couple of days ago. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. Now, one thing that's really exciting that I want to share with you is you may have remembered in June we lost our cat Toast, my garden buddy. She was in all my videos, she just photobombed everything. And so time has passed along and thought probably about time to get a new kitten. So let me introduce you to my new garden buddy. So everybody, this is Fennel. Say hello, Fennel. She's 9 weeks old and she's very clingy and she loves being in the garden. So I think you'll probably see more of her as going forward. She's a delightful little thing. Although having said that, an elderly cat and a kitten are two completely different creatures. So today I've got some things to do. I need to succession plant my lettuce because the heat has made my last lot bolt quicker than expected, which is most upsetting. I've had to buy some seedlings because my seed raising the ones I've raised from seed haven't come up yet. The tomatoes, I might reduce the airflow by removing the lower leaves around the tomatoes because it's humid. It's not only is it hot, but it's muggy, it's close. So I'll remove the leaves and I have a gooseberry to plant. So 2 gooseberries. So one that has red gooseberries and one that has green gooseberries. So that should be enough to keep me busy for today. So if you want to join me on this, then let's go and have a look. Come on, let's go. Come on, Fennel, you can come too. So, okay, to the salad. Okay, so here we are in front of the lettuce and it's just bolted. So it's going to come out. I'm going to give it to the chickens. I'm sure they'll love it. If we and that's probably the same. So chickens. Right. Now, so the garden looks quite bare, but what I will do is pop in some seedlings that I got at the garden centre. There's no shame in buying seedlings. Give them a really good spacing because it might look really tiny, but they do get quite big. Right there. Okay, so that's the seedling, and now ordinarily I'd give them a really good water, but the boffins have said it's going to rain quite significantly, so I'll just leave it. If it doesn't rain, I'll water it and protect it from the slugs. Big fat strawberry break. Yum. Oh, so sweet. But wait. There's more. Warm from the sun is the best way to eat a strawberry. So good. I could sit here all day. Right, on for the road. Fennel, come on. Puss puss. Don't go that way. You'll get lost. Oh. Come here. Maybe just one more. Okay, so you can see the tomatoes are getting quite tall. So I've already tied this one in twice and retying in again. So what I'm doing is, it's hard to believe how quickly they grow, because not so long ago it was just this ditty little seedling, and now, so these lower leaves, these first leaves that I was so proud of, and now they're tough, they're old, and the plant doesn't need them, but what it does need is good airflow. So by removing these leaves, what we'll do, and because they're dragging on the ground as well, and you don't want that, because that can lead to fungal disease and things like that. So just remove the lower leaves, and that will create better airflow for the plants. There's enough leaves for it to be getting on with, and it keeps them, there's enough leaves for it to be getting on with. Okay, so another thing I'm doing is, you can see in the elbow of the plant in the armpit, you've got a lateral. So I'm just removing them, because the plant will put more energy into growing the stems that we need it to grow and fruit production. So that's what I'm going to do now. I check it over every day, make sure it's got everything it needs. There's no infections, the leaves are healthy. The old leaves are a little battered about, but that's because they've been around a while and they've been through some wind and some storms. So, and there's my tomato plant looking good. I'll tie in the next layer with soft string and we'll be away again. Right, only another 19 tomato plants to go. Okay, so I've just pruned all the leaves. Now I'm going to tie them in. Now when you're tying it in, always use a soft material, because if you use something that's small or skinny like wire and string, you can actually cut into the plant and damage it. Now what I like to do is start by wrapping it around the plant, crossing it over a couple of times so that it's got protection between it and what you're tying it to, and then tie it relatively loosely because you've got to allow room for it to grow. And so there you have it, nicely secured. Right, only another 19 to go. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do with my tomatoes is give them a feed. I'm going to use a good quality tomato food. It's really important to feed your tomatoes while they're flowering or fruiting, which these are, which is very exciting. So either this or a balanced all-round veggie food, and so I'm just going to water it using this little watering can and get it near the roots, in the root zone, because you don't want to get it on the leaves, because you want to reduce watering the leaves to reduce the risk of blight. No one wants early blight, my goodness. You haven't even had anything yet. You don't want blight. I'm just going to water them in, and I don't imagine it's something my little friend is going to want to help join in with this. So it's a good idea to do this once every couple of weeks, right throughout the growing season. And now my tomatoes are good to go for another wee while. Okay? Won't be long before we see all the red. At the moment there's just a sea of green. Right, only 19 more to go. Come on. Okay, well all that tomato work has worn out the wee fennel, and she's starting to sleep in her basket. Wish I could be sad to sleep in a basket. I'm exhausted. Because what I've been doing is I've been preparing the soil in this bed for some new friends. Now what we have here, I have a gooseberry invicta. Now I got it from the garden centre today and it has one gooseberry on it. So I'm not hoping for a great harvest this year, but next year it should be fabulous. Now, it says plant, dig the hole, loosen the subsoil, and if needed, drive a stake. Plant firm well and then water if necessary. So that's pretty bog standard planting instructions. So that's the normal green gooseberry, but then beside it I couldn't resist. This is called gooseberry packs, and it says red when ripe, something about Christmas. Merry Christmas to me. And resistant to powdery mildew, and that's all it says. So I was drawn to the fact that it's a red gooseberry, so we'll see how that goes. And then finally on the other side of me, let me move so you can see, I have this Chilean guava. Now I've always had this Chilean guava, but what happened is I planted it with the Cape gooseberries last year and they overwhelmed the poor thing and it struggled. So as you can see, it's starting to do really well. Now I've ruthlessly ripped it out of where it was because I just wanted to, it's a bit windy, I just wanted to move it closer into the middle of the bed and freshen the soil because the soil was a bit, needed love. So I'm going to pop these three in and this will be their forever home. And no one is going to engulf them in anything. I'll keep the weeds down I'll feed them, I'll love them, and I'll eat them. Yum. Right, digging. What did it say? Dig a hole. Looks like a good sized hole. It's got prickles, so I'm a little bit afraid to touch it. Right, so it must have been in the garden centre a while. It's a bit root bound, so I'll just loosen that up and then just give it a bit of a tease and a squeeze and then pop it in the ground. Firm it in, avoiding the prickles. Right, one down. Woo, success. Second one. Right. Not as many prickles on this one, which is a good thing. Bit root bound again. Loosen it up. Give it a squeeze and a tease. Pop it in the hole. Always bury plants at the same height they came in. They prefer it that way. Otherwise you could, if you bury it too deep, you could rot the roots, rot the stem, and if you don't bury it, and if you bury it not deep enough, then all those lovely roots get exposed. Right, next. Right, well that's me for today. I've just got to put away my tools and go and have a lie down, maybe in my basket. So thanks for watching. Come again next time. I've got something really exciting to show you. It's interesting, something you hadn't really thought about, but is very important. So I'll keep you guessing, and I'll see you next time. Take care, bye bye.